pray on Christmas that the Lord will see me through. I pray on Christmas.
Happy holidays, season's greetings, and Merry Christmas, and welcome to GCTV's live exclusive coverage of the 2017 Garden City Downtown Development Authority Santaland Parade, the 57th annual Santaland Parade. Hi everybody, I am Dan York along with Susan McGraw, and Susie, as always, no one that I would rather spend the Saturday after Thanksgiving with than you.
I feel exactly the same way. This is the best place to be on the best day in Garden City, and we wouldn't be anywhere else, and we're so glad that we've got so many other people doing the same thing. What a crowd today. Let's hear it, crowd. It's Parade Day. Woo!
We have a great crowd here on Middle Belt Road. The parade is just now stepping off from Garden City High School. Temperature is 50 degrees this morning, so I think that's why we have such a big crowd here on the street. If you're watching us live on GCTV, if you're watching the Facebook live stream, what are you doing? Get out here. Get out to Middle Belt Road. Get out to Ford Road. There will be another performance area right in front of the DDA office on Ford Road. We want to make sure we'd rather have you come watch the parade live and in person than watch it on TV, because it'll be on 300 times between now and Christmas.
Absolutely. We are looking forward to just a huge parade. We have over 70 entries this year. We have live music. We have all sorts of characters and people representing the community. And most importantly, of course, at the end, we have Santa!
It'll be a great parade today. Helping us out on the parade, as he always does, is Kevin Kramus. He is at the beginning of the parade route. As a matter of fact, he is helping to step the parade off. And if everything is working according to plan, we've got Kevin on Skype at the front of the parade. Kevin, can you hear us? And apparently we had a little audio trouble with that Skype feed, but Kevin, a part of the parade committee, and he is helping to get the parade started, and it is headed down Middle Belt Road, headed our way now. So again, we have 70 entries here today. We have 6 cameras here at the GCTV setup right here on Middle Belt Road, so we'll have this parade covered from every angle. We want to thank Shane Dicker, Steve and Sandy from the Department of Public Service for all the work they did to help us get this broadcast on the air today. There have been lots of moving parts into this, lots of lines buried on the front lawn here at Garden City Hall. That shot you see right now is from a boom truck. Actually, no, that is Nathan York. That is my son's shot, but there's a boom shot that's on the road, too, that we can see up the street. And we've got a shot, I believe, from the beginning at the staging area at Garden City High School. There you see it. There's everybody. That is one of the security cameras from Garden City High School. So there you see the staging going on. Thanks to everybody involved in the parade committee and all of the folks involved in the Family Resource Center that help us with the staging. This is a big effort. There are lots of volunteers involved in putting this parade on, and we thank them very much for all the efforts and all the work they do.
Oh yeah, what just a magnificent start. As you mentioned, it's a beautiful day this morning, and the guys all make it look effortless. They really do. I know it's not, but boy, this thing typically goes off without a hitch, and the quality gets better and better every year. It's really exciting seeing different vantage points of the entire process of the parade, and I know, as we said in our pre-parade show, Dan, that if people want to put up some photos during the course of the parade on Facebook, that's a good idea, yes?
Yes, we encourage them to do that. Go to the Garden City Santaland Parade Facebook page, and you can post your pictures, and we'll have official pictures from Jamie Ratcliffe, the official photographer of the Santaland Parade also. There is a nice shot of the crowd. Not many people on this side because that's the TV area, but we've got bleachers right across the street that the DPS provided. We want to thank some of our sponsors because we have lots and lots of sponsors. We've raised a lot of money for this year's parade. There are lots of expenses everywhere from the police over to barricades, to the cost for bands to be here, and we want to thank all those sponsors. First off, we want to thank our title sponsor. That's why it's called the Garden City Downtown Development Authority Santaland Parade. They contributed $7,000 to the parade, and that money goes towards, again, things like barricades, police officers, porta potties at the beginning of the parade route, everything that we need. And we thank Kim Dole, we thank John Prosh, and everybody at the Garden City Downtown Development Authority. They have been with this parade through thick and thin. Our thanks to the DTE Energy Foundation. They're one of our Shining Star sponsors. They contributed $2,000 to this parade, and we very much thank them. They upped their parade contribution from last year, and we thank them very much for their contribution to this year's Santaland Parade. We also want to thank Ken Bocelli. He contributed $3,000 to this parade. Ken was scheduled to give us $2,000 and came through with an extra $1,000 at the last minute. So our thanks to Ken Bocelli and the Bocelli Group. They handle the building contracting for the city of Garden City, and we thank them very much for their contributions to the parade. And also Garden City Hospital. They have been with us forever also. They are one of Santa's reindeer. They contribute $1,000 towards the Garden City Santaland Parade. We thank everybody at Garden City Hospital. In corporate graphics, Jim Neve and all of our friends there, along with Sharon Giangrande, they donated $700 in kind to the Santaland Parade. They donate all kinds of hats to give away to the volunteers and all kinds of things towards the parade. They make great apparel there at their store right across the street from Garden City High School. So we thank Jim Neve for that. We've got more sponsors that we'll get to later on, but the parade is almost upon us, Susie.
Oh, absolutely. One of the members in our crowd today is little Nathan Sims. We want to say a special happy 3rd birthday to Nathan Sims, who is over there with family today. And if you're celebrating anything aside from the parade, we're glad you're celebrating it with us today. My challenge this year, you might recall, was for every family to try to bring one extra member, invite one extra person. And boy, by the looks of Middle Belt Road, I think that has come true.
I think that is what's happening, and we are underway. You saw Officer Wargo from the Garden City Police Department at the beginning of our parade as they lead the parade, and the American Legion ritual team is on your screen right now.
They represent the American Legion as a color guard for veteran celebrations in the community. They march in parades, they perform a poppy ritual at funerals of fallen veterans. A very important organization. There they are, Post 396 ritual team in our view at this time.
It is a gorgeous day for this parade. And immediately behind them is the Garden City Air Force Junior ROTC.
That's right. From the beginning of its creation in 1986, GC High School's own AFJ ROTC cadets participate in many community service events with the intention of bettering our community. So along with the American Legion Auxiliary Juniors, we have the cadets from the Garden City ROTC in our field today.
And the American Legion Riders, they're a big member of Garden City. They helped take over the parade from the Garden City JCs initially, and Pat Squire is still involved with the parade committee from the American Legion Riders. They do lots of charitable work in our community.
A veteran motorcycle organization within the American Legion family, as Dan mentioned. Post 396 in Garden City is the founding chapter for the Legion Riders, which now has over 100,000 members across the country, as well as in 3 other countries in the world. They support our military vets, our communities, and of course, our country, and we enjoy seeing the motorcycles.
And I don't know if the Moose Riders are mixed up in there too, if they're all together, if that's just the American Legion Riders.
Nice. One thing I see, Dan, and we want to tie in our special theme today. The theme is Storybook Christmas, and it looks like already we're seeing representation of that with Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer book right there on our screen, and they're really taking that Storybook Christmas theme to heart. Very exciting. You know, Rudolph, 1939 was when that character was actually created.
Okay.
He was not one of the original 8, as we know, but Rudolph came later, and he's in our parade.
The Garden City Fire Department now making their way up Middle Belt Road. An amazing job. Kathy Harmon, their chief. An independent fire department still in western Wayne County. But they help the surrounding communities also. But they keep us safe and also provide medical assistance to our advanced ALS. As you see Kathy Harmon right in front of us, driving one of the rigs.
They always look so nice and clean, and they're here when we need them, and always in our parade, the 57th annual Santaland Parade.
Now let's take this opportunity now to thank some more of the sponsors that made the Garden City Downtown Development Authority 57th Annual Santaland Parade a possibility. And these sponsors have come back year after year after year after year after year at $500 a piece. We want to thank all of them, including the Garden City Medical Center. Dash Desai there. He is a great member of this community. Gordon Chevrolet, Susan Ianni, and all of our friends at Gordon. And of course, they provide some of the vehicles that you'll see in this parade carrying some of our dignitaries. Harris Funeral Home, located on Ford Road. Again, they contributed $500 to the parade. And the Mazzoni family, Orange Jewelers there on Ford Road and Middle Belt. They have been there forever. They are an institution in this community, and we thank them for their continued support of the parade. Fleming Financial Services, John Fleming, my buddy, contributing $500. Hershey Shoes steps up this year. They contribute $500. Talk about an icon business, Hershey Shoes, located on Ford Road. The Santu family, John Santu and all of our friends there at the Santu Funeral Home. And Mark Barsamian and Barsamian Family Dentistry, we thank them for contributing $500 each to the Garden City Santaland Parade. We see a vehicle now that represents State Senator David Kniezek, and I think Senator Kniezek has gone astray and is wandering around the parade route, so he's not with his vehicle right now.
He's looking for candy, no doubt. Teasing. He's one of the youngest of serving members.
Yeah, he might be the youngest state senator. We may have both the youngest state senator and the youngest state representative in the state right now with Jewel Jones and Senator Dave Kniezek. And those folks with Glenn Anderson's office.
Wayne County Commissioner Glenn Anderson representing Garden City, of course, and he's been a long-time service person in our community, and we love having him and all of our elected officials in our parade. Makes it that much more exciting. And
there's Jewel Jones.
Hey. Oh, there's Jewel.
You've got to be the youngest state rep, right? All right.
And might I say one of the coolest? I got to just give you that.
Following up right behind State Representative Jewel Jones is Richard Hammer, Garden City's 21st District Court Judge. How are you, Judge?
He looks like he could be one of the youngest. I mean, I know he's not, but he looks like he could be one of the youngest.
So when was your dad judge first? So there's been a Hammer that's been a judge in Garden City since 1965. That's pretty cool.
Wow.
Richard Hammer.
I like that, like live interview during the parade,
right.
Dan. That was incredible.
And now the mayor and council following up.
That's right. We have Mayor Randy Walker, who later will have the most important job of the day, and that is giving the key to the city to Santa Claus himself. Mayor Pro Tem Mark Jacobs, J. Lee Lynch, Pat Squires, who is also, of course, on the parade committee, Kelly Kerwin, who just joined us on council, Brian Earl, who's just joined, and Pat McCarge. Love having all of them represented.
And Abraham Lincoln, so all of our elected officials, and his wife. Brian, I like that jersey. That's pretty cool. Randy Walker elected to his 5th term as mayor, and he got the first 4-year term as a mayor. And I see Pat Squires and Margot Arnowski and Allison Bettis, our clerk treasurer. J. Lee Lynch somehow found her way into a golf cart.
Smart woman. She's a grandma now. It's exhausting.
That's right.
Remember that.
And her daughter-in-law, Megan, is one of our stage managers here today. Because this is Garden City, because everybody knows everybody. There you see a banner for the Garden City Downtown Development Authority. They are our title sponsor, and John Prosh, the director, or the chairman rather, of the DDA, is driving Elizabeth Johnson, Miss Michigan USA, just crowned in September. Congratulations. She'll be representing Michigan in the Miss USA pageant next year in 2018. We're very happy to have Miss Michigan USA, Elizabeth Johnson, in our Santaland parade. John, you don't need to wave. Nobody's looking at you.
It's true, isn't it?
It's true. And right behind Ms. Johnson is our Redford Unicycle Club.
Oh, love watching them. This is the 43rd season that the Redford Township Unicycle Club has participated in parades in Southeast Michigan. Directed by Garden City resident Wendy Gersh, the club will be holding classes for beginning riders at Tipton Academy beginning in January. What a New Year's resolution. That would be great. The club will be hosting the National Unicycle Competition in 2018 in Michigan under the direction of Amanda Gersh. And look the club up on Facebook at rtuc.org. rtuc.org, and let's watch them perform. Remember, it's a little windier up there than it is down here, so that's not an easy task. I do think so.
The Unicycle Club has been in the parade as long as I can remember, going back to when we were kids.
Yeah. And if you think it's hard at this age, when they were babies and doing it, that was really tough. Very nice. Nice having this dry pavement. A little snow is always a good thing, but what a beautiful day for a parade, and what a beautiful day to bring out the unicycles. Oh, they're going to hold hands. I love that part. It's very a chorus line, don't you think?
I would say this is like the Rockefeller Center.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
The Rockettes. They're going to do a kick line now?
One thing at a time.
Sorry. Let's hear it for the Redford Unicycle Club. We have a great crowd here on Ford Road. Make some noise, everybody. And yes, I know we're on Middle Belt. I identified the road wrong.
We want to remember that the storybook Christmas theme, which we'll, no doubt we'll see throughout the course of our parade, is also a part of the process for the official judging of the first, second, and third prize entries for the float exhibits, and we'll be announcing those as we see them coming up through the parade. That decision was already made very early this morning, and I think you're going to be very, very excited to see them.
Kevin will make the presentation of the plaques to them at the second performance area on Ford Road in front of the DDA. And again, we remind you, if you're watching us live, there is still plenty of time to get out and see this year's Santaland parade in person as the Royal Arch Masons make their way in front of us.
This is the Sunlight Chapter 139, and the Royal Arch Masons are one of the many bodies of masonry. They practice and espouse tolerance for men and to become brothers indeed. Through active membership, one obtains those things to which the Royal Arch Masons aspire: companionship, brotherhood, opportunity for service in the name of humanity.
And right behind them, Tipton Academy with a great entry.
Oh, look at this. The Academy, founded in 2012, is a charter school that serves pre-K through 8th grade here in Garden City, and their float theme retells the Christmas story with a hometown
And the Tipton Tiger
twist.
brought us something.
Thank you. The story is about a ballerina and her beloved nutcracker, who happens to be Willie the Pig. Look at that.
And the Tipton Tiger wishing us a happy Thanksgiving. Oh, we will gladly take your candy.
You can just set it right there.
We don't want you to have to carry that the whole parade route. We want to lighten your pockets. All right. Like your hoodie, by the way.
Oh, that's nice.
Great group. They have cheerleaders, too. They're located in the former Florence School building as well as the former St. Dunstan's building. So they're in two different buildings.
good to see that the cheerleaders get to wear tights now, because back in the day, they were very, very firm. Nope, no tights, but...
Were you a cheerleader? I don't remember.
Oh, yeah.
Were you? Okay, I can remember.
Forever. Through
Forever?
college, actually, yeah.
Were you a varsity cheerleader at the high school?
Yeah.
Why don't I remember that?
I had a knee injury, actually, about halfway through the season.
Cheerleading knee injury?
I sat out. I still screamed from the crowd, of course.
Was that from the pain from the knee injury?
Well, I don't want to relive it.
Next up is the Robert Lee School of Dance and the stage crew.
Oh, look at that. They're doing the Whoville theme from the Grinch Who Stole Christmas. Again, classic children's story. Made very, very famous for many years, and then again from the movie, of course. Do you
Always
remember?
happy the folks from Robert Lee in the parade.
Oh, it's wonderful. Do you remember, Dan, who the narrator is in the cartoon
Boris
version?
Karloff.
Very good. I thought that would be a little harder for you, but
Oh, no.
forget.
Nonsense. I've got that like that. I can remember the silly stuff. That's what I had for breakfast this morning. I can't remember.
What a great day for a parade. Little bit of sunshine, and it's kind of coming and going, but
Absolutely
Very
phenomenal. And Garden City Hospital now, a $1,000 donor and a great member of this community.
providing 70 years of caring. Garden City Hospital is a part of Prime Health Care, providing award-winning care in your neighborhood, and providing lots of warm and cozy friends at the parade today.
We're very happy to have Garden City Hospital in the 57th annual Garden City Downtown Development Authority Santaland Parade. Look at that great banner on the side of their bus.
Nice.
Hey, we want to thank Derek Fisher, Bernie Rice, and all the folks at the Garden City Public Schools, because they were able to get the driveway open behind Garden City High School and allow us to stage the parade there again. And we very much thank them for their hard work and efforts to make sure that we could stage the parade back in the parking lot at Garden City High School. And on your screen right now, it is the Redford JC's Lawnmower Drill Corps. Very nice, gentlemen. We said last year they could pretty much go out and cut grass right after this. It's still warm enough.
Oh, do you really look at those lawnmowers?
Okay, they might not be in prime working condition. Mine looks like that. I still use it.
That's true. I thought you'd use that old-fashioned push kind, actually.
I want to buy one of those. Those are too hard to push.
Oh, boy.
Even the new ones. The Westland Area JCs now on your screen.
Also partnering with Garden City now, Westland and Garden City JCs joining forces, and they did the fire hydrant painting program all summer long, so we want to thank them for helping to make our local fire hydrants look spiffy, and we're glad they're here celebrating with us today.
Again, if you remember, the Garden City JC started this parade back in 1961. They're not on your screen right now, but I can see W from Wayne State, along with some of the other mascots, the Wayne State Warrior mascot, along with our gingerbread people. And we want to thank the folks from the Family Resource Center for wearing those great costumes. And right now, the Wayne County Sheriffs making their presence known here at the Santaland Parade. Of course, representing all of Wayne County and some of the townships and communities that don't have police service.
I hear music off in the distance, and I know that means that we're going to start having some bands coming in very shortly, but this is already a very full parade.
It is. We have over 70 entries, which has been the norm. But the beautiful weather has brought out a big, big crowd. Four bands this year, as we mentioned.
looks like a Jade Child Development Center is in our screen now. Glad that they're here again this year. And they are locally owned quality child care in our community. And they look like they just rolled out of bed on Christmas morning. I love that look. Welcome to Jade.
You can hear the wind a little bit on our microphones now. When it's 50 degrees for the parade, there usually is a little wind going along with it. Sun peeking out in different directions. Right now we're under the clouds, but you can see the blue sky in the distance.
And we have some more storybooks represented. On this one we have The Nutcracker, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, and Charlie Brown Christmas. We want to talk about that book at some point, and then The Night Before Christmas by Clement Seymour. I love this theme. It's very, very academic.
We already have next year's picked out, but we're not going to tell you what it is yet.
Yeah, we're not going to mention that. But you're going to like it. You're going to fit right into it, I'll tell you that.
And now the Marshall Upper Elementary Schools, tomorrow's leaders. I believe Marshall Middle School Westland, right? Marshall Middle School from Westland. Happy to have folks from Westland in our parade.
Oh yeah, this is a group of 20 students and 3 advisors, and they are a student leadership organization. The Tomorrow's Leaders is made up of 6th grade students. They participate in all sorts of community activities, Forgotten Harvest, Gleaners, and they build school spirit in their schools and help organize lots of activities like dances and spirit weeks and so on. And they're passing out candy at their food drive at school today, and it's their 3rd year in the parade.
And following them up is the Dancer Studio from Garden City.
Oh, look at that. Their 38th year in business and 8th year in this location here in Garden City. And they're dressed in Christmas colors, and they're doing, of course, walking, but also dancing in the parade this year, as they should. The youngest student is riding in an F-150 provided by Bill Brown Ford. And then when we get to the grandstand area, all the students will do a little dance combo. So it's nice to see that they're all active, and they're kind of in sync, too. That's pretty good. They're little. Very nice. What I always think of is with every participant, with every child that's walking or dancing, comes a parent or a family member that had to get them here this morning.
Absolutely.
So a special thank you to all the support staff, as we'll call it today, that allowed all of these wonderful people, wonderful entrants to actually be in our parade so we can all enjoy them.
And behind the Dancer Studio is an entry from our Relay for Life.
Garden City and Dearborn Heights combining for the Relay for Life program.
Relay for Life normally the end of May at Garden City Junior High School, Garden City Middle School. June 2nd this year. I just heard someone scream it out. That's the end of May. It's bonus May. They've raised hundreds of thousands of dollars over the years.
Already seeing lots of Christmas lights up around town, houses and things.
I've got some up.
Yeah.
Doing 2 houses and juggling, but I'm getting there.
Well, they're looking good.
Garden City Rotary now, one of our great service clubs.
Oh, they've been in our community for 53 years, and their goals are to come together to grow local economies, support education, save mothers and children, provide clean water, fight disease, and promote peace. Well, that's quite a list, but they are chipping away at it, and we're so thankful for the Rotary Club.
And that is a neat entry. I want to thank Gary Carter, too. He brought out the lift that we're using today that my son Nathan York is in for one of the shots on the parade route. Again, thank the guys from DPS for providing the bucket truck that sets over the street. We've had lots of help on this parade, and we'll try to thank everybody as we go, including the volunteer crew for our GCTV broadcast. This year we're on live on Facebook as you see the Dog Scouts of America go by.
This is a nonprofit group that promotes responsible dog ownership. They do dog training and many activities and things to actually earn badges and so on, just like Boy Scouts. And these scout troops have partnered with these talented dogs, Boy Scouts, Girl Scout cadets, since they were very little, and they deal with food drives and so much more. Learning about canines, bite prevention, how to be safe around dogs, and nutrition. Glad they're here.
And you can hear coming up now is the Taylor Combined Marching Band, combining Truman and Kennedy's Marching Band. Let's listen.
Let's hear it for the Taylor Kennedy Combined Marching Band. Truman, they're all coming together, and wow, they sound great. That's harmony.
Kennedy's band has been in the parade for over 12 years. And again, they'll be combining Kennedy and Truman High School at the end of this year, I believe. Kennedy Band is award-winning, as is the Truman Band. So together you get a pretty outstanding marching band.
Oh, yeah. They've been featured at Disney World last year and 2 years before that. Drum majors this year are Dajane Benson, Brandy Cassisi, and Glynis Alston. Great contribution to music, to Christmas, and to this parade.
Hey, don't forget also that Garden City DDA will have their annual tree lighting on Monday beginning at 6 o'clock in the Commons. The tree is up, so we'll light it up for Christmas. Santa will be there. There'll be hot chocolate and Christmas carols and some other great stuff. So make sure you visit the 2017 Garden City DDA Christmas tree lighting this Monday, November 27th at 6 p.m.
We also want to mention what happens at the end of the parade for everybody that's enjoying watching it live now. Don't forget, pop all on over back near the Commons area there around the corner, because at the former Kroger parking lot, what do we call it?
Garden City Town Center.
Garden City Town Center. Santa will be there, as well as some music and some hot chocolate, opportunity for photos and so on.
Absolutely. Now, Merriman Road Baptist Church, always a great member of our parade and a greater member of our community.
For over 64 years, and this church family works to provide a variety of programs and events for families. Next week, they'll be hosting their underprivileged children's Christmas party, weekly programs for all ages. And mid-December, they have a choir and drama team presenting the story of Christmas. The church will host a community-wide Christmas Eve service at 6 p.m. And this entry is designed to remind us that we should keep telling the story of Christmas. Pastor Wayne Parker and his wife Cindy are walking there, and again, really taking that theme of our Christmas story, Christmas books to heart, no doubt about it. A storybook Christmas, and that it is, right here in Garden City.
And next is the Faith Riders.
Faith Riders is a national motorcycle ministry, and they're a ministry of Merriman Road Baptist Church, and they are enthusiasts of motorcycles and of the Lord, and they want to share that with all they meet. Tuesday nights at 5:30 is when they meet, and then they do bike nights and so much more. Look them up on Facebook. Merriman Road Baptist Church Faith Riders, and they've brought out the leather and the big wheels today. That's fun.
I know it's sunny because our little solar guys on our table are actually working.
Oh, they're solar. That's why they kind of start and stop. I thought they were dancing to the music.
There, see, we've got our little friends here. They're all.
Aww. Look how cute.
Okay, anyways. Garden City Business Alliance on our screen now. Carrie Parton encouraging everyone to shop small. They had a great contest where folks submitted receipts to prove that they did shop local. And from that, they're awarding some $50 gift certificates. I don't know if they did that yet or not, but
Nice.
I submitted some receipts.
Good for you.
I don't know if I was eligible or not, but I did it anyways.
They believe that small businesses working together can help each other be better merchants and offer more to our community and to our customers, and that they're
So here is some drone footage of the parade. Jamie Ratcliffe, who I went to high school with, who was Susie's beau, has provided us with this. Isn't that a great shot?
My bow.
Your bow.
Oh. My Beyonce, as he calls it.
That's going up to Garden City High School.
Wow.
Great job by Craig Sager and Kevin Kramus, and Rob Cox, and all the folks at the front that got that staging done. What an amazing job.
Wow, that looks great.
And this is Mutual Real Estate, I believe. What a great entry.
Oh, nice. The real estate company, local, and their float has a playhouse on it for Santa's workshop. And there it is.
That is a great float. Nice job.
Do you think those suckers are real?
No.
Candy suckers? Sure look good, though. Oh, look at all the kids. That's beautiful. Wow, look at those Christmas shoes that guy's wearing. I love it. Is he with the Phoenix Free Runners? I don't know.
Oh, you're talking about Jamie?
I'm guessing not.
And this is the Phoenix Free Runners.
They're an academy in Livonia. Their gym, they do parkour and free running, like urban acrobatics, as they're calling it these days. And they teach kids and adults how to move safely, efficiently, and creatively through their environment. That is something. What a nice group of people we have along Middle Belt Road today, don't we?
We do.
This is great. I see my family off in the corner, and
I've got
so many others.
Bernhardt's at Heinz's and DePriestesses.
And I've got Noonan's and McGraw's and Campbell's and all sorts of others.
Oh, my.
And Papera's, yeah.
And now it's the Heart of Worship Dance Ministry.
Oh, this is beautiful. Heart of Worship Dance Ministry representing some beautiful moves. And I'm certain to focus on peace and harmony and love for all humankind.
You know, it's a good day to do that. The street is nice and dry. The weather's nice and warm. Be a nice day for the Michigan-Ohio State game.
Oh, boy.
Beginning at noon.
I knew sports was going to come up at some point.
Yeah, well, it's not going to be much of a football game, so.
Nice truck with the first Christmas being represented with Heart of Christmas. Some say the greatest Christmas story, if you will.
I will.
I will too.
We are happy you are with us live or watching our Facebook Live or watching it back on YouTube or on watching the 57th annual Garden City Downtown Development Authority Santaland Parade. We are thrilled to have all these people along the parade route, and hope you all have a very Merry Christmas. We hope this gets you into the holiday spirit. It's one of our sponsor banners from Gordon Chevrolet and Orton Jewelers goes by.
Oh, that's nice. I know when Thanksgiving snuck up on us, it was like, too soon, but now we are moving forward.
It'll be gone in a minute.
Yes, absolutely.
There's Stan the Fireman, a mainstay of our Santaland Parade.
Hi, Stan. He's here to spread holiday cheer and remind you to be fire safe this holiday season. Stan spreads the word about fire safety year-round throughout Michigan and even further, and he's very excited to be a part of the parade, as you can see, again this year. He wishes you all the happiest of holidays and a wonderful new year. It's a true story. I really think I heard Stan at about 4 o'clock this morning. He was probably making his way over to the parade staging area. That or it was a train, but I'm pretty sure, I think it might have been Stan.
And this is the U.S. Naval Sea Cadets.
Very nice. This youth organization from the ages of 10 all the way up to 18, James Hannon Division, is located in Garden City. They're the oldest unit in Michigan. They have approximately 25 cadets, and they're marching with the banner in the parade, and they're looking very proud and very strong.
And Dancers for Life now, the School of Dance.
Nice. Also known as DFL, founded in 2013. They're a Scipio, whose students range in age from 8 months old, if you can believe it, all the way to adulthood. And they strive to be better dancers and better people. And as a school, they not only teach children the art of dance, but also dance etiquette, respect, confidence, and how to dance with your heart along with your feet. Ah, that's wonderful. DFL, Dancers for Life, School of Dance. Welcome to the parade. So glad to have you here. Look at that.
Another one of our sponsor banners for Garden City Medical Center and Harris Funeral Homes.
It's a beautiful day when that wind whips up. It's a little chilly, but it should be because it's
just to remind you that it's November.
That's right.
And now it's young Miss Michigan.
This is Arabella Glass, and she is 9 years old, and she is making a difference. She won the National Humanitarian Award and the National Community Merit Award at the Miss American Royalty National Pageant this past August in Tennessee for developing a charity and donating almost 5,000 items to those in need, as well as the National Ambassador title. And her advice is to be yourself, never give up on your dreams. And we're glad young Miss Michigan is here with us today. It looks like the Statue of Liberty is with us today as well. This is Liberty Tax, founded in 1997 by John Hewitt, and they're the parent company for Liberty Tax Service. Last year, they prepared over 2 million individual tax returns, if you can imagine. They have online services and so much more, all backed by tax professionals, and they have lots of locations. They're a nationwide network of preparers, so that's wonderful. Glad they're here. Also so happy to see the Goodfellows here. Their motto, their theme, no child without a Christmas. And thanks to the support of our community and the Goodfellows, they have been assuring that no child will go without a Christmas. And we see a big increase in recipients who not only need help, but also receive help through the Goodfellows and our community support. And they're able to provide a Christmas for children in less fortunate situations. They're nonprofit, all volunteer, supported by the solicitation of donations, as well as the traditional sale of the Goodfellows paper that started back in 1914 with the old Newsboys.
Now, these are our first set of Grand Marshals, and these youngsters from Farmington School won a national poster contest sponsored by the American Legion. They're the honors placement class. Their teacher is Carly Young and Renee Selix, and they were given the opportunity to create a poster for the American Legion Poppy contest. And we want to congratulate them for being national winners of that Poppy contest.
Yeah, that's out of 72 students. Those were the winners, and that's fantastic. Their art teacher, Carly, helped them out, and how exciting. One from 5th grade, one from 6th grade.
And that was just out of 72 students in Garden City, not including all of the kids nationwide.
Yeah, thanks for clarifying that. That's huge. And that's one of the things that we do love being able to focus on through the parade, is all of the wonderful people that are doing these volunteer things sort of quietly off in the background. And this is an opportunity to recognize them, and that's why we like to talk about the different service organizations and volunteers, young and old. That's really what we always say makes this city, this community so special.
And now the GCYAA is on your screen. They have an amazing entry.
Oh my goodness. They've been offering sports programs to the youth of Garden City for 65 years, run by volunteers. Speaking of volunteers, their motto, kids in sports, not in trouble. Cheerleaders are Cheerfest champions, and they're here, as you can see. And they have won multiple awards at their Cheerfest competition against other youth programs. I think they're going to do a little performance.
They're going to give us a little performance and show us their skills that won them a Cheerfest championship. the GCYAA's float, and it is one of our winners, isn't it?
It happens to be our very first place winner.
Congratulations to the GCYA, first place in the float competition. And it is an amazing float.
Wow.
And this is a combination of stories, I believe. See Beauty and the Beast. I see some of the folks from Frozen. That's amazing.
Wow.
Great job on that float.
It says all was merry and bright on the side there. So they're taking some quotes from some Christmas stories. Look at that.
The quality of floats has really stepped up. As Brian Earl's in the parade again. Wow.
That's the.
Are you going to be in at the end too? Ride with Santa? Okay.
Oh, that's great.
What an amazing float. And here's another amazing entry, our Michigan Wheelmen.
And women. Back in that day, they were just called wheelmen. Oh, that's neat.
So they wheel people?
Wheel people, yes. Love seeing these vintage bikes along Middle Belt Road. And they're wearing appropriate clothing to go along with it. Not easy to ride a bike in a skirt, let me just tell you. I've tried. Oh, that's nice. Michigan Wheelmen joining us in our parade, our 57th annual.
Hey, I want to thank everybody from the Santaland Parade Committee before it gets to be too late. We're about halfway through our parade. Thanks to Kevin Kramus, Margot Arnowski, Monica Fulton, Pat Squires, Rob Cox, Craig Sager, and special thanks this year to Zachary King and Kim Trudgeon, who provided special services for us. But those are the members of the parade committee. Everyone's a volunteer, and we thank everybody for their efforts, and it has been an outstanding parade.
Mm-hmm.
And following, go ahead.
I was just going to say one of the kids' favorites, I think, is the characters, and I think you were just going to segue right into those characters right
Following
there.
our storybook theme, it's the princesses from Frozen, Elsa and Anna.
That's nice.
Riding in one of those. Oh, sure, Squires is driving the princesses. There's a big shock. Yeah, exactly. How'd he pull that off? We're happy to have them in our parade.
Yeah, oh, they look great. And you know, it's taking time away from saving the world and all that is not an easy thing, but.
And you can see off in the distance, making their way into our TV staging area, it's the Livonia Franklin Patriot Marching Band.
They are the award-winning 2017 Patriots under the direction of Christy Jason. I think they're going to stop and perform for us. At least I hope they will.
And yesterday, their football team competed in the state championships at Ford Field.
Wow.
Let's listen to your Patriot Marching Band.
festivals, etc. They placed 8th in the state this year at the MCBA Ford Field State Finals on November 4th. So, wow, you can sure tell it took everything for me not to sing along with that song. One of my favorite Christmas songs.
You can sing.
Might not be so lucky at the next band, I'm telling you.
2 more to go. How about that?
Oh, boy.
Next up, our second set of Grand Marshals. This is a great story. These are the kids that set up a lemonade stand in front of their house, and they raised about over $2,000 for Hurricane Harvey relief. This is Caden and Brianna, along with some other youngsters. And that was an amazing job.
They're called our Hurricane Heroes. Yeah, that's great that they're here. Well deserved.
And there you see, who is it? Who is it, Susie? Who is it?
It's Hooper! Hey, Hooper!
Hooper with his Santa costume. The Pistons' new tenants at Little Caesars Arena and having a pretty good year.
Do they still do that Detroit basketball?
They do. They do. That's Mason.
That's right. I know a little of that stuff. Our 12-6 Detroit Pistons.
Now, is that true, Gibby, or did you just feed Susie standings? Oh, if Jeremy said it, then it's true.
Did you not believe me, Dan?
I believed you, but I didn't believe what they told you.
Well.
And this is the Garden City Hockey Association now. Some of them on rollerblades.
Learn to play kids. Kids are walking from our 6U team, our 8U, our 10U, and our 12U, all mixed in together there. And we even have a 4-legged member of the club. Must be a goalie.
Oh, good job.
See?
Nice, Susie. You knew a hockey position.
I've been studying up.
Yeah, it's a great organization, the Garden City Hockey Association.
It always amazes me how they're on ice in a cold arena, yet they still sweat like maniacs while they play.
It's the hardest, it's the most exercise you'll get in any sport, that's for sure. And this is the entry from Orange Jewelers, one of our sponsors, and one of Garden City's great businesses on the corner of Ford and Middlebelt.
Pride and loyalty to the consumer and commitment to the community, and that's what gives Orange Jewelers the opportunity to celebrate over 80 years serving Metro Detroit. And they are a staple of our downtown area, as Dan mentioned, right there at the corner.
And now we've got our Scouts starting to make their way in. I believe the first group is Boy Scout Troop 1241, if we've got them in the right order.
I think so. They have been helping the community, not this particular group, but Scouts in general, since 1928, and they're celebrating their 89th year as a troop. Wow, they meet on Middlebelt Road in Garden City on Mondays, and they have a very active schedule. If you're interested, get some information.
And there you see a big orange Scout. Pause. How you doing, Pause?
Pause.
You like that? It's supposed to move in the sun. See, they're not like bobbleheads. They're little dances. You do that when the sun's out, too. Very good.
Great to see you, Pause.
Good to see you, Pause. Have a good season next year. Cub Scout Pack 9885 now making their way in front of our TV area.
Nice. They're sponsored by the VFW 9885 in Westland, and they are a relatively new pack, boys ages 5 through 7, and they love being in the Santaland Parade this year, and we're loving that they're here as well. Welcome.
And Pause is helping Megan stage manage now.
Oh, boy. Stop, go, still.
Girl Scouts 71236 now.
Oh, this is a local troop out of Wildwood Elementary in Westland, and they have quite a few Garden City girls integrated in the group as well. Again, they are 14 strong. They like to be active in the community. They just completed a Scouting for Food campaign, combining with the Boy Scouts. They gathered and collected food for local Gleaners Food Bank. Go girls, girl power. We love it. Let's hear it, girls. Make some noise. Oh, I love their costumes. And we thank the parents as well, of course, of all of the different troops.
This is 71629 as Rory now has made his way to our TV area. Rory, how you doing? Tough loss on Thursday. I know. Still got a chance. Still can run the table. That's right.
Never give up.
That's right. Good season by the Lions this year.
All right.
Lions.
Go Rory.
Glad to have Rory here in the parade.
Oh, we love Rory. We love all the athletes wearing costumes and otherwise, and we love this scout troop.
Called mascots.
Oh, that's what
You just fall apart when it comes to the sports stuff, don't you?
It's very intimidating to me, seriously. So that trailer that we just enjoyed decorated like a fireplace and girls in mouse costumes from the book Santa Mouse. And again, keeping that theme of a storybook Christmas, it's a good one. Very, very nice.
And this is Girl Scout Troop 76193.
They're from the Memorial 1-2 campus here in Garden City. And looks like they've got the Grinch represented. Love seeing that. I was thinking about favorite Christmas stories and so on and wondering how they were going to be played out.
They've done a great job with the theme.
Did you know that the storybook, The Polar Express, which we knew probably more famously as a movie, was written by someone who lives in Michigan?
I did not know.
Like in the 80s.
Wow.
That was pretty cool.
Was it you?
No.
Okay.
I'd love to.
You're someone who lives in Michigan.
Well, that's true. Chris Van something or another.
Oh, yeah, I remember Chris Van something or other. Oh, look, we got suckers. All right. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. And it's the Ghostbusters, the Great Lakes Ghostbusters.
Oh boy, this coalition is a combination of Ghostbuster fan clubs in the Great Lakes region, thus the name. It's a not-for-profit group club that they attend many events in and around Michigan. Oh, they make people so happy. We are loving the Ghostbusters.
What a great entry. Love the bubble machine. Oh, there's Slimer.
Yeah. Oh, look at that.
Making it snow.
It's a Christmas miracle.
There you go. There's the snow you wanted, Susie.
Thank you, Ghostbusters.
And it cleans your clothes.
Gotta get one of those, bro.
And right behind the Ghostbusters, the Taylor Shrine Club.
We're hearing Ghostbusters and we're hearing the Tin Lizzies all combined. That's great. They're a Muslim shrine temple group parading for over 35 years. You know, Ford himself formally introduced this model T to the general public on October 1st, 1908. And the Tin Lizzy, known for its dependability. And these guys are dependable because they are with us every single year. So glad to have them. What a great parade. We still have the second and third place float winners coming up a little bit later on. Exciting about that.
Oh, okay, very good.
To mention that when the time comes.
And now making their way in front of our area is the Team World Vision Ironman.
Look at this. 275 participants this year, raising over $350,000 for the Detroit Marathon. They have over 100 children sponsored. It means all those kids will be able to attend school and have food security, plus health care, immunizations, and so much more. Total value added, including cash, over $700,000 in 2017. Woo-hoo! Congratulations. They do 6K half marathons, full marathons, half Ironman, full Ironman. I just go to the movies and watch Iron Man. That's my contribution. But this year they'll have 4 men, thank you, doing the Detroit-Chicago expedition. You might have seen that in the news. They ran from Detroit to Chicago in 10 days. So yeah, that one's already, come on, 4 people from that club.
By the way, for those of you who remember Willie Sandman, that was an ultimate Willie Sandman move. You thinking the truck and no one else knowing what the truck was telling you.
Aw, I'm honored.
Now, right in front of us here in TV land is the Robichaud Bulldog Marching Drum Line. We are thrilled to have them in this year's parade. A new entry.
I was waiting for this one. All ages, all experience levels, 15 students. Let's watch them.
And listen.
And listen.
Let's hear it for the Roboshot Bulldog Marching Drum Line.
All right. Even their drums are decorated.
That's very cool.
Yeah.
That's a great entry. Hope they come back next year. And we've got Lori in the DPS with a truck full of kids.
This is one of their new, it's the new liftgate truck. Adults, kids riding in the back.
That's a great idea.
Liftgate up.
Hey, we want to thank Kevin Roney by way of their director, Brad Ullman, the supervisor, again, Steve, Sandy, Shane, everybody that helped us this week to get this work done that we needed done to make the parade possible. Barricades, that nice bucket truck that's up there. They buried lines under the lawn here at City Hall. They fixed our electrical for us and made things much easier on all the volunteers.
And they still had time to decorate the truck. That's incredible.
That's
It
really
was
nice.
the night before Christmas. There's a fireplace. Really cool.
And Lori driving that, and then DPS Kevin Roney is pulling Santa's sleigh, I think.
That's an important job.
And this is Berger School and Autos for Autism.
Oh, yeah, the Berger School for Students with Autism. We'll be seeing some classic cars here, students walking and carrying those banners, and this is for a fundraiser car show and for the school. They're going to have nice representation in just a few minutes. We're looking at some of the participants and volunteers, and in just a little bit we're going to see their float.
And we wanted to acknowledge Pat Crosby for all of his work on the float itself and all the great things he does.
And here it comes. So this is a storybook float. I see some books and Christmas tree. Oh, look at that. And there's an adult sitting, reading a story to the children. There's the adult reading the story, and there's the children enjoying it. Oh, that's a great, great addition. Thank you for being here. Really carrying out that storybook Christmas theme. And autism reaches so many more families and so many more lives than we care to admit. And so we're so thankful for organizations like this, Autos with Autism and the Berger School.
Yeah, that's an amazing event.
Yeah.
The big event they put on every year is an amazing event.
Very important.
Look at all these classic cars. Wow. A Mercury Cougar, that's cool. I like that. Little Chevy truck. I think that's a kit, right? The actual, what year? Wow, 55, is that what you said?
57.
67.
67.
That's cool. I like that.
That was a good year, 67.
I have no idea what this next
Oh,
one
wait, I
is.
meant 87. Sorry.
Yeah, right. Yeah, so you were born in 67, that makes you... Oh, never mind.
Yeah, keep it that way. That's great. Oh, look at
Also,
these
wait a minute.
cars.
When's your birthday? When is or was your birthday?
Yeah, it's already. I've already.
passed?
Yeah.
Well, Kramus is getting to that mark too this year.
Hit the big one.
Kramus's birthday is the first day of winter, so the shortest day of the year for the shortest person in Garden City. He'll be also turning half a century.
Well, when you
Not also. You know, you're not.
There's
are really
familiar
cool.
faces driving these cars. I know.
We know it's funny because when you see cars that we grew up with are now classic cars. It's like, what happened?
Let's just get it all out now, and then we can move on.
That's right.
It's funny.
Wow, they have a lot of cars. I didn't know they were going to bring so many cars. This is great. People love this.
Woo! This is like the Middle Belt Dream Cruise.
See, I want to do that, but nobody wants to do it the way I want to do it.
I'm in. We're in.
I want to do it like this. We close the road and you only allow the classic cars in. So it's not like on Woodward where there's some mom, you know, with their grocery getter in the
You mean
inside lane.
Like last year when I drove Johnny's 2016 Fusion?
Yeah, that's not a
in the
classic
thing.
car.
It's a hybrid. That should count for something.
It counts for better gas mileage, that's all. A classic car, by definition, has to get 4 miles to the gallon, okay?
I had fuzzy dice on the
Oh,
mirror.
well,
Doesn't that count?
Then there you go. You're all set.
Thank you. Thank you. Jeez.
That's cool.
Look, it's Jamie's car. Oh, no, it's close. This has a couple more stickers.
And Don Nicholson has an entry now. He is the gentleman, along with his wife, that put out the Marketplace newspaper that you find in Garden City. And that is an amazing, amazing newspaper they put out. They get more information out than the old newspaper ever got out. So we're very happy with them. We thank them for giving us the front page of the November edition with a great picture of Santa Claus. They have done a nice job to step it up in Garden City and make sure that there's a way to get information out and into the community still in some sort of newspaper form.
Yeah. And they even found time to get some Christmas trees.
There you go.
Do you have your tree yet, Dan?
My tree is still in the box.
That's what I thought.
Well, there has been a living room renovation that has created a problem for me as far as where am I going to put it. So the couch will probably be on the front porch if I want to have a tree. And the Garden City Public Schools now with a nice shiny bus.
A huge thank you to the Garden City Schools Transportation Department. They work every day getting kids of Garden City to school and back from school, driven by, see, we have bus driver Mrs. Diane Reed and base operator administrative assistant Marie St. Ange, as well as lots of kids representing Garden City Public Schools.
And there's Clifford, the big red dog. You know, we talked about earlier, we thanked Derek Fisher, Bernie Rice, and all the folks at the public schools for helping us with the getting the back of the high school open, but we also want to thank them. They got us radios for today that we're able to use for television so that the TV guys aren't on the same radio as the parade staging people. So we want to thank them also for that.
Clifford. Oh, Clifford, the big red dog. It's a storybook Christmas.
There you
That's
go.
A perfect tie-in. I love that.
This is the Garden City Soccer Club, I believe, one of our winners today.
Second place winner of the float competition. Congratulations to the Garden City Soccer Club, and they are the city's only and premier soccer club, 100% volunteer organization. They've been teaching the youth of Garden City and surrounding areas about the sport of soccer for the last 40 years.
I like their gingerbread people.
Oh, neat.
They're in-shape gingerbread people. These are the Planet Fitness gingerbread people.
Yeah, if I'm going to have a gingerbread cookie, it's going to be a little bigger than that. But they do look cool.
Nice job, gingerbread
Just
people.
dabbed. Did you see that?
Is that what it's called?
Yeah. You didn't know. If they had a big thing of milk next to them, that would have been really cool. Dabbing into the milk. Just anyway.
Wow.
Next time. This is the best parade ever.
Still a great crowd out here for the Santaland parade. Don't forget, if you're watching it live, if you're out here on the street, you can see Santa Claus in the town center right after the parade ends and have some hot chocolate. And here's the Cougar cheerleaders.
This is the high school JV and varsity team consisting of 34 girls, coached by Ann Baker and Kim Little. And this summer, they attended camp at Eastern, where the varsity team earned the Mega Grand Champion Award. The Mega Grand Champ, not just the Grand Champion Award, the Mega Grand Champ. That's big. That's big. And you can tell why. They are amazing.
And behind them is the Garden City High School homecoming court. Ashley Hahn, Jordan Kaczynski, Anna Craner, Abby McGeorge, and Eden Messenger, and Jordan, our winner, this year's homecoming queen.
Beautiful and smart, and very nice.
And sitting down because the truck was picking up speed.
That's where the smart came in. The sun's out again.
You know what? I think we flip-flopped our cheerleaders, maybe.
Aren't these the palms?
Oh, this is Palm. Okay.
Yeah. Because they're holding those things. Do you see that?
Well, I saw high school girls out. That's what confused me. I thought this was middle school only. Okay.
I get it. He's multitasking, as he should be.
I'm doing my taxes as the parade's going on, so sometimes it screws me up.
This is the varsity and middle school POM teams. 2017 state champions, varsity POM, and the middle school 2017 high kick champions. Congratulations, ladies.
I think they're about 12-time state champs at least. I have to look at the city limit sign, and
Yeah.
then I just have to keep sending them back and getting them re-updated with one more year on it.
That's good. We like that. Bragging rights in Garden City.
We're almost done, Susie.
No.
The parade is almost over.
Going by too fast.
I'm sure the people at Warren and Middlebelt that would like to drive through don't think so.
Great parade. 57th annual and the biggest and best yet, no doubt about it.
And here's a group that is maybe the most popular group in the parade. It's our Great Lakes Garrison, our Star Wars guys, Stormtroopers.
Wow. They're the Michigan chapter of the 501st Legion. They are really the world's most definitive Star Wars costuming club. And they're joined by their sister organization, the Rebel Legion, today. They have over 10,000 members, over 60 countries across the globe. And they do promotional events. They're sought after, literally, by Disney, Lucasfilm, charity, community events. They help raise millions of dollars every year for various charities, all volunteers. And they don't charge for their appearances, which is amazing. If you'd like to learn more or get them involved in something that you're doing or even become a member, check out their website. It's 501st.com, as in 501st.com.
And Mike Leica is our connection to this group as a Garden City grad and resident, and we are so grateful to him for his assistance in making sure the Great Lakes Garrison, again, one of the most popular things in this parade.
I like how they just walk slowly, you know, because what's anybody going to do? They're not going to mess with them. They're just so, so cool, so tough. I hear bells.
Hey, real quick, I want to run through everybody on our GCTV crew. Our producer-director today is Christian Gibbons. One of our other producers is Zach King. Our thanks to Jason Merrill, who set everything up this week with us all during the week. We are out here for dozens of hours getting this all set up and tested. Zach Witt, who's not here today, we thank him. Our crew, Nathan York, my son on camera, Brett George on camera, who's been doing this since the 80s. Brendan George, his son, one of the stage managers. Megan Lynch is our stage manager. She just had a baby less than a month ago. Jeremy Jenkins is in the truck along with Alex Algot. So thanks to everybody who helped make this broadcast possible. As Joe Barson is driving the Kiwanis vehicle.
This is the Kiwanis Club, a service club since 1948. Programs for the kids in the community and for seniors. They have a Kid Day at the park, dictionary program for third graders, public and private schools. They do a joint Christmas party with the Rotary Club for second graders as well. And we're so glad they're here. They, by the way, are the third place float winners this year. And their float is the Three Little Pigs. And we see that story being played out. Looks like some Willie the Pigs there, too. Congratulations.
And making their way right in front of our area now, your Garden City Cougar Marching Band, bigger and better than ever. John Parkinson, their director. We're happy to have them in our Santaland parade. Let's stop and take a listen.
Angels sing glory to you.
It's your Cougar Marching Band.
We know what that means, right?
That's right. The Cougar Marching Band comes by. That means Santa is not far behind. We want to thank Ken Hines and all of the guys with the Kiwanis that help out with that float and keep it cleaned up and renovated every year, but they maintain that float for us, and we very much appreciate that. We also have kids from Memorial Elementary School Ms. DePriest, Kelly DePriest, organizing most of that. Not sure who all of the teachers are here today. I think Luann Englehart, who I know better as Luann Moss, has also got kids, but you see those youngsters on both sides of the float. We're going to have Santa receive the key to the city from Mayor Randy Walker and have a word with the mayor and with Susie. And again, Santa will be at the end of the parade route, so you can visit him in the Garden City Town Center parking lot. They're slowly making their way up to the TV area because the kids only move one speed. Thanks to Kevin Roney also for pulling Santa's sleigh. Ken Hines, again, helping us with the float. Is that Dick Tripp sitting in the back seat of the truck? You're a smart man.
Merry Christmas. Good to see everybody.
Hi, Luann. Again, we'll go off the air quickly at the end of this, but we want to thank all of the volunteers who helped make this parade possible. It's an amazing parade, the best parade we've ever had. The 57th annual Garden City Santaland Parade, and Susie and the mayor will make their way out.
What took you so long to catch up? Only 57 years? I got you by 1500.
Sorry, Santa, it was as quick as we could get started.
I know. Come on up. Join me. Come on up. Join me. Thank you for having me back.
We're very excited to welcome you to Garden City officially in one moment, but the big question is, have the boys and girls of Garden City been good so far this year?
Well, that meter's gone up a little bit. It goes up every day, but we watch it. Once, you know, we got to get it up there. We're not getting some good reports around here, and the bad ones really bring down the good ones. So you good ones, get on the bad ones and make them behave.
We'll make sure it happens, Santa. You got that. And we have Mayor Randy Walker here. He's got a gift for you.
Good to see you.
Welcome back to Garden City, Santa.
It's my favorite place to be.
Absolutely. On behalf of the good boys and girls of Garden City, I want to present you the key to our great city.
Oh my goodness, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you. I'll cherish this so much. I love this. This is my favorite place, Garden City. I love everybody here. It's such a perfect day. Perfect day for a parade.
We're happy to have you here, Santa. Have a continued great ride down Middle Belt over the Forum Road. And we want to say on behalf of everybody, right? Big Merry Christmas to Santa. 1, 2, 3.
And Merry Christmas to everybody in Garden City. Love you all. Thank you. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, Santa. Happy to have you here.
So happy to be here.
So Santa Claus, the reason we're here, it's his parade, and we're happy to have him here in Garden City. And we hope that you are happy to be a part of this 57th annual Garden City Downtown Development Authority Santaland Parade. And thanks to everybody from Memorial Elementary School and all of the kids from the Garden City Public Schools that made their way into the parade. Thank you, Santa. Merry Christmas. We'll see you soon. So that is it. Our parade is over. And what an amazing parade it was, Susan McGraw.
Oh my gosh, this has just absolutely been the most festive parade I can remember in history, honestly. Just a wonderful group of members, a great audience, and just a really fantastic day, Dan. Just love being here with you, love enjoying our city, and we really shined today, certainly did.
We did. Don't forget the tree lighting coming up on Monday at 6. If you're watching us on Facebook Live, you still have time to get to the end of the parade route to see the second performance area, as well as meet with Santa Claus, get some hot chocolate. And if you're watching us tape delayed either on YouTube or on GCTV, we want to wish you all a very Merry Christmas.
Absolutely. To my family, my new and extended family, looking forward to some great things ahead. To your family and our entire Garden City family. That's really what it's all about today. And I felt the love. Did you feel the love?
I felt the love.
Very good.
All right, so that is going to do it. And see, we've even got our little dancing Santa guy. He feels the love too.
Yeah.
All right. right, that is it. Again, thanks to the TV volunteers, thanks to the parade volunteers, thanks to the police department, the DPS, everybody that made this possible. The wind is kicking up. How appropriate. The parade is over. That's it. Thanks for watching the 57th Annual Garden City Downtown Santaland Parade. For Susan McGraw, I'm Dan York. Merry Christmas, Garden City.